Today, I want to talk to you about the Clubhouse app. And if you're not hip to it, or you haven't heard of it, or you're on there but don't really know how to use it, then this is the right video for you to watch. We are going to discuss the do's and don'ts and best practices on Clubhouse and how you can build your personal brand on Clubhouse. So, first things first, let's give you a little bit of history about the Clubhouse app. So I'm going to read a little bit something down here. The Clubhouse app was actually launched in 2020 during the thick of the pandemic by the software developers called Alpha Exploration Co. As of December 2020, it was valued at nearly $100 million. And on January 21st, 2020, the valuation reached up to $1 billion. Isn't that great? Like, this app has been on fire and it has been growing tremendously as more and more people are getting to know about it. And especially when most recently Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg and other celebrities have jumped on the bandwagon and have allowed Clubhouse app users to interview them on the platform. So let's talk about what it really is. Clubhouse is an audio only or chat only platform, meaning when you go on there, there aren't any texts, there aren't any ways of sending emails or messages with each other, or you can't even see people's faces on there. You can see their profile picture and you're able to chat in different rooms. So it is an invite only app, which means that someone who already is on the app can send you an invite, and it's only available on the iOS, meaning your iPhone. So all you Android users, I'm so sorry, it's not available to you yet. But if you have an iPad, you can jump on the bandwagon too and ask for your friends to give you an invite. So what happens after you get an invite? After someone sends you a text to invite you into this app, you can then create a profile. Once you create a profile, you'll be able to use a photo on your profile, and then you'll be able to type as much as you want on this profile. I have not seen a character limit or some kind of limit on how much of your bio you want to put on there. But if you want to be successful, you want to take a look at some of the more successful profiles on Clubhouse, like people who have thousands of followers, and see how they've broken down their bio to make sure that it fits and it really sells their brand. So on this app, once you create your profile, you can actually link your Twitter and your Instagram. So what happens is that when you are in these rooms to discuss anything or to promote yourself, people can go on your profile and click on your Instagram and DM you if it's, something they want to communicate with you about what you're saying on Clubhouse. So let's reel it back for a second and let's talk about the basics. So again, once you have the invite, you can create your profile, and now you can see different rooms in there where you can enter discussions. As soon as you create a profile, you can start following other users, and the key is that you follow users that you're really interested in the industry. If you're in real estate, follow fellow real estate people. If you're about culture, follow, like I follow a lot of Filipino American users. If you're into music, follow people in the music industry. Because what this will do is that it will help unlock rooms of discussions for you that you may not be privy to if you're not following these people. So once you see the different rooms of discussion, you can simply enter any room and you'll see it. This part is pretty basic. You can enter a room and right away you can hear people talking, discussing specific subjects. And each room can have different topics, and there will be moderators in this room. You will know who the moderators are because they will have like a green asterisk next to their picture. And the moderator's job is to keep the conversation going, to keep the theme going, and to make sure that the flow of conversation is within what their expectation is. So for you to speak into a Clubhouse room, you have to raise your hand. And at the bottom right corner of that, there's a mute and unmute button. And then on the left corner, there is a peace sign that says leave quietly, and that's how you can leave the room and jump to another room. So if you're in a room and you have a question or you want to add value to the group, all you have to do is raise your hand, and it is up to the moderators to bring you on stage, because there's actually three portions of each room. There's the top portion that has the moderators and the speakers and whoever they allowed on that stage. That's like your imaginary stage. There's a middle section, which are people that are, followed by the speakers on stage. They're on that section. And then there's another bottom section who are the audience. And so if you're in the audience, you can't just speak. You won't see the mute or unmute button until someone invites you on the stage to speak. Now, the moderators have the power to kick you out of the room. The moderators have the power to unmute or mute your mic. The moderators have the power to bring you up on stage. And so they also have the power to make someone else a moderator. So in any scenario, when you're in a room and people are discussing, whatever topic it is a common practice for you to make sure that you keep within that topic and you respect the moderators and the people that started this room by keeping within that topic. I'll share with you that some people are shamelessly always plugging themselves, and that's a no-no, especially if that's not what the room is about. There are definitely rooms that allow you to do that allow you to promote yourselves, and that's where it is more acceptable to do so. So when you enter the room, you want to read the room, you want to listen to what the conversation is. And typically, great moderators will reset the room from time to time, because users and participants can actually just enter a room at any time and you have no idea what's being discussed. So the moderators call it resetting the room, where they kind of just welcome the newcomers and say, today we're discussing this topic and blah blah blah, and they kind of like tell you what the rules are, they tell you what the topic is. That's what resetting the room means. The other common term that you will hear on there is pull to refresh, or PTR. So just like on your phone, if you pull down to refresh something, when you do so, you are pulling down to refresh the screen or the speaker, the order of the speakers, or sometimes people are updating their pictures, and that's the only way for you to see the updated pictures is if you pull to refresh. Now, if you want to leave the room, you can do so quietly and just press that little peace sign at the bottom left and leave that room to join another room. Now, if someone asks you or someone gives you a moderator power, be sure to also be respectful and not just give the moderator power to everyone you know. So make sure that you are following the rules and just reading the room and be respectful of the rooms that you enter. Let's see. There are many ways that you can use Clubhouse to really promote your brand. One of the best ways is that you give value in any room that you enter. So let's say, like for example, for myself, I'm a social media coach or a marketing expert, and so if I enter rooms where people are asking about marketing advice or anything like that, then I definitely want to raise my hand and give value. And once you give value, as people are listening to you, they're actually clicking on your profile and reading your profile and going to your Instagram page and maybe DMing you if they have additional questions or if they just want to connect with you. And since I've been on Clubhouse, I've actually really multiplied my network and have actually created really good relationships on Clubhouse. As a matter of fact, I have an upcoming event in May that I've partnered with someone really awesome. So watch out for that too. Let's see what else is good to share with you guys. Oh, here's another tip, is that if you really want to be consistent with your brand, make sure that you choose the same photo on Instagram and on Clubhouse, so that when people are searching for you on Instagram, then they can easily identify you as the same person that was just talking on Instagram. It also will help if your name is the same across the platform. Like, For instance, for me, my name on Clubhouse is Sweeney May. My Twitter handle is Sweeney_May, and my Instagram handle is Sweeney_May. My personal handle, that is. Mayday Marketing is my business handle. And so I just use my personal one, and from there I connect with them and I lead them to my Mayday Instagram handle if I have to. Let's see what other tips we have here. On your Clubhouse profile, the first 3 lines are the first thing that people see before they expand your profile. So you want to make an impact on the first 3 lines. Make it quick and succinct and to the point. For myself, I put on there, I'm an award-winning marketing director, and I put a little slash, like straight line, and then I put social media strategist slash marketing consultant slash, and I put dancer because I just want to be fun too. And then underneath that, you can expound more on what you do, and don't be afraid to use emojis. A lot of people actually use emojis to kind of list all their achievements or all their accolades or all the things, all the services that they offer on Clubhouse. So again, Clubhouse is only available on iPhones or iOS right now. So they are working on expanding it to Android. And the other thing that I want to share with you is that other platforms are going to start duplicating this Clubhouse app. As a matter of fact, Twitter already is in beta stages for their Spaces feature, which is going to replicate exactly what Clubhouse does. Speaking of beta, the last thing that I want to share with you guys is Clubhouse is in the beta stage. So it's not perfect. It glitches a lot. And there's a lot of instances where people can't hear you or you have difficulty, pulling to refresh and all that. So just be patient. It has really been helpful. I've been in rooms where millionaires like Grant Cardone or Ty Lopez or Guy Kawasaki was in the room, or Damon the shark, one of the sharks was in the room, and just giving so many gems and advice to others. I literally take notes when I go on these rooms, and I have a separate notebook just for Clubhouse notes that I gems and aha moments. And I've been really lucky to also be in rooms where I can actually ask questions. Most of you might know, I just started a podcast, and so I was in this room where the pros of podcasts were answering questions. I got on stage and I asked my question. Oh, another thing is that if you are asking questions, or if it's your first time going on stage or just speaking on Clubhouse, I really highly recommend that you write down your questions, because if this is like a high value room with like coaches and mentors and millionaires, they don't want to hear you rambling on about a question. Be straight to the point, be succinct, and the more you can really articulate your question the best way possible without rambling, the better, because people will like follow you or at least just like connect with you, because you sound confident and you know what you're talking about. If you're not prepared and you're nervous and you're rambling, because I'll be the first to admit, the first few times I've ever spoke on the stage, even though it's a make-believe stage per se, I definitely was like a little nervous. So I had to write down my question to make sure that I sound very smart. So that's, I guess, my last tip for you, is to make sure that if you are in rooms where they're allowing questions for like high profile type of mentors or coaches, to make sure that you write down your question and avoid like self-promotion as much as you can, because while you're speaking, people are naturally looking at your profile already. So make sure that profile is golden. Another thing to note is that if you are new on Clubhouse, you will actually have a party hat next to your photo for the first 7 days. I hope that this has really been helpful, and if it has, please comment below, let me know. And if you're on there, find me. you'll see Sweeney May. That's my name on Clubhouse, and I hope to be in a room with you guys. I've been moderating a couple of the rooms, and I've been learning a lot and just how to move conversations along with all these people that love to talk. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you know, it's a skill to know how to interject and still be respectful. So that's it, you guys. Thank you for tuning in and watching this video. And my name is Sweeney May from Mayday Marketing Inc. Bye.